Okay, we are going to begin. There's going to be a do now activity, which is to figure this, figure that. Essentially, as we're warming up and those are connecting, you could be working on this and let's see what you think. See what you think the answer is. Put it in the comments. Type it in the chat box. Who do you think's right? Is it Drew or is it Jaya? Okay, we are in the zone. How are you doing? Welcome and good morning to you from myself, Matthew, at the Mathsphere. Fantastic. Hope you've had a good weekend so far and hope things are going very, very well. We are going to get into today, as the title suggests, this is addition and subtraction. But we're going to figure this one out. Who is right? What is the mistake? How can we work this through? I hope you've got your pen, your papers, your pencils, and your equipment ready to go through this session. Just want to fix my camera a bit, make sure it's not blurry. Very good. So let's see. Let's go through this. Let's work it out. Got my graphics pen, my trusty graphics pen. We're going to go through this and we're going to check who is right and why. But first, before we get into running the calculations, let's really understand the question. It's always important to read the question, make sure you understand it. It's our first step in knowing what to do. So Drew and Jaya are calculating 4,564 plus 2,262. So 4-digit numbers, big ones. Who do you agree with? Explain any mistakes that have been made. Well, let's look at this and see. Well, firstly, we've got the 4 here in the units. We always start with the units and we work our way up to the tens, then the hundreds, then the thousands. Okay, so we're going to do that. And 4 and 2, that does not make 7. It makes 6. So that's the first mistake. This is an error here. Let's see, 6 and 6 makes 12. So yes, there'll be a 2, but we should have a 1 that is carried underneath because that goes to the next place value. Because remember, this 6, although yes, it is a number 6, it doesn't stand for just a simple 6. This is 60. And this is another 60. Okay, so 60 plus 60 is 120. So the 100 would need to move to the hundreds, and then the 2 would go in the tens, which is why it's there. And that's why we carry over from the increase that scales by 10. We learned in the first session that numbers are built on a 10 scale system. So as soon as you have 10 or more, it goes to the next place value bigger than where you started with. Okay, so that should be here, and then let's add it up. 5, 6, 7, correct. But the 1 would have carried here from the 10 group that's moved over. So this should be an 8. That's another mistake there. And the 4 and the 2 makes 6. That is correct. So we've got a correct number. Yes, let's give it the green stamp. We've got this correct number. Yes, but these two were miscalculated. So Jaya is correct. She's got the right numbers there. Okay, I'm going to save and move on to the next one. Okay, here we go. Okay, just clicking through. Okay, there we go. Jaya is correct. Drew has incorrectly written the regrouped digit from adding the tens. Below the ones column instead of the hundreds column, big mistake. This could be because he started with the greatest value column instead of the smallest value column. And that could be a common mistake that some could make if they adding the other way around. Unless you're partitioning and you split them up into the thousands, hundreds, tens, and units, mistakes could be made. So if you're going to do column addition, which is the best, most efficient way to do your addition, always start with the ones. And then you scale up to the tens, then up to the hundreds, then up to the thousands, and beyond. Okay? Right, let us have a look at some of these exercises. It's all singing and dancing, animations, no sound effects today. So we've got this big number here. It's a big number here, 5,000. Oh, sorry, 586. I was saying my thousands and hundreds backwards because it's in the brain, isn't it? We're just dealing with thousands and now hundreds. Now. Yes, there we go. So 586. So we've got 5 here in the hundreds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we got 8 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 6 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so we know we have the right visual items that link to the digits and numbers themselves. Now, what are we going to do? Plus 700. Okay, so we would have how many more in the hundreds? 7. So we would need 7 more of these, and we've got 5. Okay, have a think, have a think. Type your answer in the chat. Type your answer in the chat. What do you think you got there? Hi there. Hello, hello there. Watching on the live stream. Nice to have you with us. Nice of you to join us. Fantastic. Okay, we are clicking forward. Ah, there we go. Okay, so look, what's happened here? What's happened here? All right, so this here plus, and then we've got the 700. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we have 5 here, haven't we? And to make it the next value up, to go from the hundreds now to the thousands, we know that's going to happen because if we go to 10 or more, it becomes the next place value bigger. And we've got 5 of these, so all we need is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those, which will then make it 1,000. And then how many do we have left over? 1, 2. 2 of the hundreds. Okay, so we should have 1,286 because we haven't got any more that adds to the tens and we haven't got any more that adds to the ones. Let's see if our brains were working for us. Okay. There we go, 1,286. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. We're going to look at another one. All right, but we want some more interactions this time. So type your answers in the chat. Get ready. Get ready. Fingers on the keys. Fingers on the keys, just like with buzzers. You know, fingers on the buzzers. It's like a game show. But with numbers. All right. 277 plus Wait for it. Wait for it. 900. Okay, let's go. Fingers on the keys. Fingers on the keys. Okay, if you know it, type it in, type it in, type it in. Watching the live feed there. Okay. I want to think about this. Okay, 900. Ah, there we go. There's our hundreds. So what's it going to be? What's it going to be? Look on the live chat. There's 3 on there. Fantastic. Okay, tick, 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 tick. Okay. What's happened here? You can see what's happened here. Huh? All right, so we're going to add the 900 to it, and there's 2 here. So how many more do we need to add to the 2? We need 8, because 2 and 8 is another 10 group. So we have 8 here, and we've got 1 of the hundreds left over. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2 is another 10 group. 1,000, okay, 1,077. Well done, well done. I see that. 1,177, yeah, because 100 is left over there. Fantastic. Going for the reveal. 1,177. Give yourself a clap. Big brain time. Well done. Well done. Your icon is purple. There's 4 watching. Excellent, excellent. So you've got some more interactions there. Purple, you're fast. You're fast. Well done, you. 549. Okay, so 549 plus 800. Let's get to it. Yes, I can see your messages. I can see your messages there. I can, yes. Okay, I'm gonna just. There you go. Yeah, can see your messages. Okay, hopefully you can. The timing of the connection when it's streaming out, hopefully should be that you can tell that I can see your messages. I'm watching them live. All right, what's the answer? What do we do here? Okay, so we need to move from the 800s over, don't we? Okay, so we've got 500 and we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because 5 and 5 make another 10 group. That's going to give our 1,000. How many do we have left over? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Think you know what's coming. Number 1,000. How many hundreds? There's 3 of them there. How many tens? They haven't changed because only the hundreds have been added. Let's type it in. Let's type it in. I'm thinking 1,300 and something with the tens, the ones. Okay, so 3,149. Okay, okay. That's a good gander. Any others? Any other thoughts? Okay, we're going to go for the reveal. We're going to go for the reveal. Okay, so that's our 1,000 group here, because each of these is 100, and we've got 10 of them, and 10 times 100, guess what happens? Gives us 1,000, because anything times by 10 gets a 0 in the end. 1,000. Okay, so this is our 1,000. We haven't got any more than that in the thousands. And then we've got 1, 2, 3 of hundreds. In fact, let's rearrange it because we don't want the hundreds on the back there and it's just going to look a bit odd. So let's just rearrange it a bit and just, there we go. That makes more sense now. So 1,349. Okay, very good. Very good. Well done. Okay, save there and moving on. Okay, all right. Okay, 987. Plus 700, let's go. Let's go, let's get speedy. Let's get our numbers ticking. I'm going to be a bit quicker now. Oh, there's the answer. Okay, this is the 700s. So how many more do we need to add to the 900 to bring it up into the thousands? And we got 7 of them here. So if we add 1 more, we're going to make one of those 1,000 cubes. Okay. And then we've got how many left over? We've got 3 and 6 left over. So we're going to have 1,000. We're going to have 6 of the hundreds and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 the tens, and these haven't changed actually because we're adding the hundreds. So 1,687. Okay. Hopefully, it's good to visually see it. And then when we just deal with the numbers and rearranging the digits and carrying and reordering and regrouping, it's going to make a lot more sense why it works a certain way. Okay, moving on. Well done. Well done, well done. 1,687. There we go. Put the hundreds in the right place. So it's thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones in the order of the place value, like we dealt with in session one. All right, so we're going to have a go at this. Okay, and this time we're adding more than just the hundreds. Now we're adding thousands. Now we're adding some tens, and we're adding some ones as well. Well, let's have a look at this. Okay. And if you get to the answer before the demo, fantastic. Then you're cooking with powerful gas. Right, let's see. So we're looking at this here. What's going on here? See, we have more than, let's see here, we got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, which means that if we take 10 of these and move them over, that becomes an extra in the hundreds, and then we have how many of the tens left. Okay, so we have an idea about what will happen there. The ones, we haven't got any that adds up to become more than a 10 group, so those can stay as they are for now. Okay, so there's no carrying over there, but we have the 2 here. And we've got the 3 over here. So we're going to add these together, which we know. As we can see, these add, and we're going to get an extra. So that carries over to the hundreds. How many of the hundreds do we have? Okay, I'm looking at the chat to see if anyone's speedy on the keys. And then we've got the 5,000s and the 2,000s. Here's a 5, and here's a 2. Okay, let's go through it. Okay, 7,725. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Yeah, share your answer. Fantastic. Okay. Well, I think this has jumped already ahead. So kind of reverse engineering it a bit. And this thing we can't forget. We don't want to forget about carrying over. We don't want to forget about where we have to regroup from the previous, because that's a common mistake. You won't believe how many make that mistake when adding, just like our initial Dan did. How many make that mistake? And without regrouping, it doesn't actually total up to be the right amount. And we need these skills. We need to embed this practice and not forget these things, because it miscalculates. And if we miscalculate, we get the wrong answer. And then we can, it just means that we have to go over it again, which is okay. If we make a mistake and we have to go over it again, that's part of learning. That's fine. But if we get something embedded, that's a lot better. And then we could just keep refining the practice until it gets really, really speedy. And even we can internalize it more and deal with a lot of things mentally without even writing. That's a bit more advanced, but the more you do it, the better you get. That's how it works. All right, let's look at this. So 5 and 3, 8, yes, indeed. 3 and 2, 5, correct. 2 and 9, yes, it's going to be 11, isn't it? 9. If you start with the biggest number and add the smallest, and that's a good practice to use. Start with the biggest number, add the smallest, so we go, okay, 9. Otherwise, you're counting up 9 spaces from 2. You're going 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you use your fingers, you may run out of fingers. Don't want to run out of fingers. So we start with the biggest number, so we only have the smallest amount to count. So 9, 10, 11. So we know we got a 10, and we've got another 1. So this one will go here, and the 10 that moves across, which is actually 1,000 in disguise, that becomes part of the next place value. So we got 4,000, and we're going to add 3,000 to it. And then don't forget the 1 over here that we've cut across. That's where the 8 comes from. Okay, it's good practice. And the quicker we do, the better we get, the more speedy we can just spin through these answers. It doesn't matter how many numbers they throw at you, how many place values. It could be in the thousands, 10,000, 100,000, even millions. And you'll still be able to use the same practice the same skill, the same method, and just zoom through it, and you'll get the right answer. Okay. All right. Click, click, click. Okay. Have a go at this. I'm looking in the chat feed. Okay, what's the answer? What's the answer? Write it down. Write it down on a piece of paper. Write out the numbers. Okay. I'll do it too. I won't use this because that's cheating. I'll write it out as well with my trusty pen tool. Okay, see if you could do it with me. So we got in the thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. So I'm going to write 6,734. And I need to add that to 3,622. Okay, giving you a bit of a head start. Bit of a head start. Let's race. Okay, so 4 and 2. That's going to be 6. Good. It's not regrouping needed for this one because it's less than 10. 3 and 2 is 5. Good. 7 and 6 is 13. Okay, I tell you what I did mentally. I'll give you a little bit of a window into my brains. What I did with this 6 in my mind, if you picture this as my mind, I had the 6 here. I split it in 2 and I had 3 and 3, which makes 6. And I know that 3 is a bond with 7 to make 10. So then these two is just 10 and 3, which is left over, 13. So you could do quick mental partitioning like that with adding, and you get the answer. Oh, I see the answer there. Okay, okay. Interesting. So 3 there, and carry the 1. Now, another thing which I know here as well, it's going to be bigger than, it's going to be a 10, isn't it? Okay, I'll tell you why. Because we got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that means put 0 here, put a 1 here. It's going to be a big answer. Wow, it's going to be a big answer, isn't it? Big answer. So looking at this one here. Okay, someone's done the one on the left. Okay. Okay, maybe so, maybe so. Right, I'm going to go through. So 10,356. Big number. Okay, I'm going to clear this. And let's click through. All right, many answers that can be supported by mathematical reasoning. For example, A is the odd one out, but it's only calculation that includes a 0 placeholder. Okay, so we're looking, which one is the odd one out? Okay, we added this one here. You got that. Which one is the odd one out? Okay. Can we see here? The only calculation that includes a 0 placeholder. Because what we'd want to do here is it should carry over to the next. If it doesn't do that, we can get the wrong answer. Let's have a look. Okay, see some interactions on the live. Well done. That's good to do that. All right, let's have a go. These ones are easier ones. Okay, easier ones to do. And soon we're going to switch gears and jump into some maths games. But we want to go through and keep practicing and keep developing. And also we're going to go through some subtraction as well. Look at this answer. What is the answer going to be for this one, this question? 264 plus 27. Will we need to regroup? How can you tell? When we do regroup, what do we do next? Okay. Any takers? Any takers? Share your answers. All right, let's go. All right. See that? Regrouping. Can we get an extra 10? See, someone's excited about the mouse games now. Emojis. With the emojis. All right, so 4 and 7, 11. Okay, we carry one of them. We put one of them in the ones group, which we know we have left over. but the extra 10 goes across, all right? Then we add the next column, 6, 2, 8, and then the other one left over is 9. If we were to count the sticks, we can see. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we know what's happening there. So 9 has to go across. And then nothing to add to the 2. It's kind of like if you imagine there's a trapdoor there, and it falls open, and then the 2 has to fall through the trapdoor because there's nothing to add to it. So it just falls down and just goes, boom, okay? Ends up on the bottom line. Okay, because there's nothing else to add to it. There we go, well done, 291, excellent. Important skills. Keep practicing. Get quicker. Set yourself some questions. Maybe set yourself some random questions at home and say, okay, I'm going to add up some random numbers. Maybe use a dice, a fun activity. You roll a dice. And if you want to do hundreds, then you roll it 3 times to get the numbers that you have on the top. And then if you want to add it to tens, roll it twice and put the numbers down, well, add them up. Okay, you can do that with subtraction as well. The dice game. It's a very good way to practice your addition and your subtraction and to get some randomized answers. Just a simple dice. Okay, you should have a dice. If you don't have a dice, then there's a few good dice apps that you can have as well. And if you want to add some bigger numbers together, there's some dice apps where you can roll multiple dice at the same time, which is interesting. Cool. All right, this one, let's go. Let's spin through this one here. And then we're going to look at subtraction in a bit. I'm going to change color. I'm going to go for a nice orange. So 6 and 9. Okay, and what's the answer going to be? The answer going to be, it's going to be 15, isn't it? Because if we splice this and make 1 and 5, which makes 6, 1 bonds with 9 to make 10, 5 left over, 10 and 5, 15. So we know we're going to have 15. Put a 5 down. We carried a 1. Get to the next place value bigger. 5 and 1, 6 and the 1, 7. 7 goes here, falls through the trapdoor. There it goes. 4, 7, 5. Got there quicker than some of you in the chat. Gotta get speedy, gotta get speedy. Gonna get speedy. 4, 7, 5. Okay, we'll look at maybe 2 more. And then we're gonna have a games break. And then we're gonna jump into subtraction. Sounds good? Yeah, of course it does, of course it does. All right, so 4 and 1. I want to see some answers in the chat for this one. What do you reckon? 264 plus 71. What is the answer going to be? Stretch your brains. What's the answer going to be? Okay, 475 with a smiley face. Let's see. Well, let's see. 5. Okay, 7 and a 6. 7 and 6. 7 and 6. Okay, let's have a look at this. So we know this is going to be here. That's going to be 5, yes. So use a bit of color coding here. And then we've got the 10s here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll need 1, 2, 3, 4 more to make a 10 group. So that will carry over here. And we've got 1, 2, 3 left over. So it should be a 3 is 13. Okay. All right, 335. Well done. Yes, indeed. Okay, cool. And the 3 and the 1 that you've carried over makes 335. Well done. It's always good to self-correct. Okay, if you realize, oh, look, make the turn, correct, bada bing. Fantastic. Then you got it. And remember that there's a face group as well. There's a Facebook group. Of course, there's a page where we're going to stream things to the page soon after the YouTube and things as well. But there's a Facebook group which is open for parents and students. If you're looking for live lesson updates, free handouts, homework, and games, and fun games and quizzes and some advice, join the group. jump in, have a blast, and connect with other parents as well and other students who are part of the math sphere journey as we go along and we just get really super strong at maths together. All right, and have fun doing it too. Okay, yes, yes, and yes, 335. Oh, it's too quick there. Okay, I'll give you that. It's an 8. It's an 8. Okay, we have an avalanche of things falling off my desk. Happens sometimes. All right, let's change the color. I want to go for a nice yellow, just because it matches here. All right, we got a 6 and an 8. What is that going to be? What's that going to be? It's going to be 14, isn't it? It's going to be 14. 6 and 8 is 14. Because if we partition a 6 and we have a 2 and a 4, which makes 6, 2 bonds of 8 to make 10, and there's a 4 left over, 14. So 4, carry 1, 4 and 1, 5. Should be 548. Okay, let's move this out of the way. 548. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to stop share. And we are going to look at some maths games here. And then we're going to get into some subtraction. Now, this is going to be a game that involves, let me make it full screen. Okay, it's got a bit of sound effects here. You have to help me with this. Okay, because I'm not going to do it myself. I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to share screen for it. Okay, there's puppies yapping. So this involves puppies. I know you can't see it yet. You're going to see it soon. 81. Okay, puppies. What's the answer? What's the answer? Okay, you have to type the answer. You have to type the answer in. We're going to lose the boat race. What's the answer going to be? What's the answer going to be? What's the answer going to be? I'll get my. I'll turn my camera off. Hopefully you can see it and it's there. Okay. So cute. What is the answer? You have to type in the answer. You have to type in the answer. What's it going to be? 27, 29, 26, 25. Type it in, type it in. Okay, well, I know for the ones, 4 and 3 makes 7, so it ends with a 7, and the 10 and the 10 makes 20, 27. Let's add on the boat. Okay, we've got one, we've got one. Okay, we've got one. Okay, 11 plus 23. Right, so we've got a 1 and a 3, which makes 4, so we know it ends in 4. We know that. We don't need to regroup. We've got 10 and 2 10s, which makes 30, 3 10s. So we're going to have a 34. All right, come on. In the chat, in the chat. I want you to type in your answers 27. Okay. And that was a bit delayed. Oh no, we're gonna win the race. We're gonna win the race. What's the answer gonna be? Oh no, no, no. All right, third place. Not bad. Third place. Third place. We've got the bronze. We've got the bronze. We want to get first place, though, don't we? Everyone wants the gold medal. All right, let's try again. This time we want to be a lot quicker, don't we? We want to be speedy. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Yeah. Shall we go red team? Yeah, blue dog. What a blue dog. Or purple dog. That just purple doesn't seem to fit. I'll tell you what, how about we do a Clifford, the big red dog, huh? How about that? Yeah. Clifford, the red dog. Okay, we're a red dog this time. Let me make it full. Can it go full screen? Should it go full screen? Click the go full view full screen. Ah, there we go. That's better. Okay, let's do this. Right. 3 and 1 is 4. Okay, we know that. And a 10 and 2 10s is 34. 34. Okay, we're gonna go. All right, getting this. Okay, it's gonna be ending in a 15, so 35. Okay, gonna go fast here. It's gonna end in a 9, so we know for so it's gonna be 7. Okay, be quick here. It's gonna end in a 7. So quick here. We want to get to go medal. Okay, this is my competitiveness coming up now. You know, bested by a computer. No way. No way. Okay. Yes. That's it. Well done. Well done. I know that. I know that. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay, we're in the lead. Let's stay in the lead. Let's maintain our lead. Let's go, let's go. Okay. Typey, typey. Think. Let's do this. Okay, we're gonna do. What are we gonna do? Oh, are we gonna do it? 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 Oh, are we gonna do it? Come on. When you give a puppy a paddle, wonderful things happen. Wonderful things happen. Okay, going too fast. Going too fast. Okay, let's slow down a bit. All right, this time you want to be on the keys. You want to be typing answer. Okay, I'm gonna go there. I tell you what. I'll post a link to this game in the Facebook as well, so you can go and have a go for yourself. This is fun. Okay, all right, let's go. I'm sorry, I apologize for going too fast. I just wanted that gold medal. We all want the gold medal. We all want the gold medal, don't we? All right, let's go. Let's do an orange dog. Why? I don't know. Don't really get orange dogs. I don't think so. Okay. Participation. Let's go. There's the answer. There's a question. Let's go. What is the answer? What is the answer? Work it out quickly. Pens on paper. I'm not going to go too fast this time. Pens on paper. Now, with this multiple choice, there's a few little clues you can look at. You can look at what the ones place is. Oh, what's the answer going to be? What's the answer going to be? Okay, yeah, I can do that. But what's the answer? The other dogs are winning. Look, they're getting ahead. We got a paddle. Okay, go for 24. Okay. There we go. That's a good paddle. Look, it's push forward ahead. Come up. What's the next one? What's the next one? That's going to be 68, isn't it? 0, 0. Oh, that's easy. It's 60. Thanks for the easy questions, computer. Right, what's this one going to be? You have to think about this one. Now, we know it's going to end in a 7 because anything that you add 9 is always going to be 1 less than the number you're adding. So, I'm going to go for 87. Okay. Oh, how are we doing? Oh. Okay. All right. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Guess it just wasn't the time for the orange dog to get the gold medal. Well, we made a good crack at it, didn't we? Nice one. Well done. All right. We are going to jump back into, let's come out of this full screen. If it lets me do it. Will it let me do it? Yes, it will let me do it. Good. Fantastic. Otherwise, we'll be stuck with dogs in boats, which is not a normal kind of situation, is it? You know, dogs in boats with paddles. Who does that? Who does that? Anyway. All right, I'm going to close this one down. It's called Canoe Puppies. And I'll send a link to that as well. Let me just make a note of it here. There we go. So I can copy and paste it later. Canoe Puppies. Right, let me minimize this so it's out of the way. Right, back in we go. And we did some addition. We are now jumping into subtraction, taken away, which is the opposite of addition. Yeah, opposites. Just like with multiplication, you have the opposite of multiplication, which is division. So I'm going to share screen here, and we're looking at the opposite of adding, also known as taking away. Okay, well done, guys. Let's keep the momentum going. Is it loading? Loading. Okay, let me close this down. Ah, good. Hope it's not blocking things on the screen. Good. Right, back in the zone. So We did BIDMAS with the IGCSE group. I'll mention a bit about that with its brackets, and then you have powers or indices. Then you divide and multiply, and then add and subtract. And adding and taking away, they are last because they are the smallest operations. The more powerful operations are the ones you do first. And they're grouped with their opposites. I'm going to close something down because I perceive I'm a bit laggy slightly. And I wonder if that's because of the paddling dogs, if they're still just paddling in the background, wanting to, you know, do what paddling dogs do, which is right now taking my bandwidth. So let me close that down. Excuse me. Yeah, hopefully that should, I think, fix the issue. Okay, let me know if it's speeding up a bit or if it's still a little bit laggy. Okay. Let me just fix this. Make sure there's not an interface error. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay. Yeah, we still play. Oh dear. Come on, technology. Okay, it's still live. Should still be streaming. Okay, good. It's streaming. Connection issues. Let's fix this. Good. My bars are good. We have to check these things, all of these internet things like the bar strength and all of these things so that it works as it should do. Okay, I think it's all right now. So yes, let's get back in the zone. Share, because sharing is caring. Activate sharing. Subtraction, here we go. Right, so 478. And we're going to take away 291. All right, still a little bit slow. Dear, it's not nice, is it? Well, it was nice and smooth before. I'll carry on through. If I do seem a little bit like a glitchy robot, apologies in advance. But let's do this calculation. So 478 minus or take away 291. So we know we have a 1 there to take away. And we have to take away the 9, excuse me, from the 7. But look at what we need to do. Because we haven't got enough of the 7, so look. We take a 100 group, and then we break it up into pieces into its tens, and then we know what is left. Okay, so let's go back here. We take away the 1 from the 8. Okay, then what do we have left over at the top then? 7. We take away the 9 from the 7, which means we have to break up the next group along, which was from the hundreds. And then what do we have left over at the top? 8. And then we have to take away 200s from what is left. And remember, we had 4 initially, but we had to move 1 over and break it up. So we're now taking a 2 from the 3 that is left. And then we have 100 left. And your answer is 187. Okay. Nice. So here we can see in this example, we're trying to take a 5 away from an 8. We can't take a 5 away from the 8 because, well, 8 is bigger than 5. So we need to take one of the 10s and break it up and move it over to make 15. And then what do we have after we've taken one of the tens? We had 6 tens now. We're gonna, sorry, 7 tens now. We're gonna have 6 left over. Okay, we're gonna go through the animation. So taken away. There we go. That's the one we've moved over. So now we have 6 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We break it up, and now we can take away 8 from it because we've got enough. Okay, well, how many do we have left over? 7. Okay, we can now take the 4 from the 6 that we have left over. We've got 2. And then we're going to take away 3 hundreds from the 5. We're going to have 2 left over, 227. Well done. You got the answer. Well done. Let's work on this one. What's going on here? Okay, we're going to take 6 away. 2 left over. 6 take away from the 2. Can we do it? No, we can't. So we need to break up one of the hundreds into tens so then we can take it away, which means we're going to take away 1 from the 3, which is 300. Then we're going to have the 1 against the 2, which is going to be 12. Then it's going to be 6 take away from 12, which is going to give us 6. So we're going to have 6 left. But then we must remember, now we've taken away from the 300, we'll only have 200 left. So let's move over, break it up. Okay, we've got 6 left at the top. 1 take away from the 2. 162. This is nice. This is good. All right. Ooh, I can see. We're going to have to break up straight away, aren't we? You have to move from the tens and break it up straight away. So let's do that. Move over. Split up into tens. And now we can do it. What's this going to be? Type it in. Type it in. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? We can take away 4 from the 6 now, can't we? It's going to give us 2 left over. Okay, you've got 22. It ends in 22. And we haven't needed to move over from the hundreds and break anything up, but we do need to take away 3 from it. So 300 take away from 400 is 100 left, 122. All right, so it's going nicely. Have a look at this. 8 is too big. So we're going to have to break up some more. We have to break up one of the tens. Very good. 122. Excellent. So let's grab one of those tens. Let's split it up. Now we can do that. Okay. Right. Let's do some pen work. So just a review. We can't take away 8 from the 2. So we take one of the next biggest place values and move over one of them, one of the tens from the 10. That means we've got 2 left over. So now we take away 8 away from the 12. Well, you can do that even using your fingers if you want, or counting down, that's fine. Or on paper, that's okay. Excuse me. So how I recommend you do it is you want to know the difference between these two numbers. Okay, so if you know the difference, because when you take it away, essentially, you are getting left over the difference. So if I look at a number line, for example, just to visualize this slightly differently, and say we've got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, you want to know the difference between these. How many jumps you need to make? 1, 2, 3, 4 between them. So if you take them away from each other, you're going to have 4 because that's the difference between the two numbers. So starting with the biggest number, just like with addition, we start with the biggest number. You can start with the biggest number, 12, knowing you have to take away 8. And you can count down from 12 until you get to 8. You do 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. And that's 4. So then you know the difference between the two is 4. And that's why the 4 goes down there. Okay. So then we know we put the 4 down. Then we take a 1 away from the 2, which is easy. That's 1. You take a 5 away from the 8. That's easy. That is 3. And again, the difference between those two numbers, say 8 and 5, you start with the biggest number, 8, 7, 6, 5. That's 3. So then you know 3 would be your answer that goes there. Okay? That is just another way to look at this and to apply a practical to how you can deal with these types of things. All right, let's look at this one. Let's do the same step. Let's do it on the whiteboard here. I'm going to change color to a nice green, nice dark green. So 7 take away 4. We can't do it, can we? It's too big. 7 is too big. So we're going to break up one of these. We're going to have 2 left over. We're going to have 14. Now, if you know your doubles, you know 7 plus 7 is 14, which means that 7 is the difference between 7 and 14. So we know we're going to have 7, but let's do the countdown method anyway. So 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay, so we've got 7 here. We know 7 fingers. 7 we've counted. 7 steps. 7 is the difference. 7 has to go down. Take 1 away from the 2, we're going to get 1. Again, 1 away from the 2, we're going to get 1. 117. Easy peasy. Let's go through the graphics. Well done. And 17. Let's go through the graphics. So again, we have to break up one of these tens. We have to take 7 away. We have 7 left over. We have to take 1 away from the 2 and 1 away from the 2. And there we go. Interesting. Look at this. Da, da, da. It's a 0. How do we take away from a 0? Nobody can do that. There's nothing there. What do you do? Same thing we did before when a number is too small on the top. You break up from the next biggest place value, move it over. Okay, it's important to repeat these things because the more we repeat things, just the better we get at it, the quicker we get at it, the smoother we can go through the process. Okay, and with these foundation type skills of addition and subtraction, we don't want to get any of them wrong. We don't want to make mistakes with them. So we want them to be so embedded because anything that we do more advanced and further on, it needs those fundamental foundations so that we can build on them. And then as we build, we get higher and higher and higher and higher. Okay, but it has to be stable enough to support what you're putting on it next. So we go through that process and we embed it. Right, taking away 2 from the ones, we know that. That's going to be 2, because 2 take away from 4 is 2. 4 take away from 0, bum, bum, bum. We can't do it. So I'm going to need to recruit some help from the next place value. I'll be borrowing that. Thank you very much. Now 4 take away from the 10. Now this is easy because it's, knowing your number bonds. 4 bonds with what to make 10? Bonds with 6, isn't it? So that means 6 is the difference between 10 and 4. So 6 goes down. 3 take away from 4, 1. There we go. 162. Let's go. Okay, there we go. It was a bit reluctant to borrow there, wasn't it? Yeah. There we go. Another one. Another one here. All right, so we're going to borrow again. It's going to leave us with 8, 14. Okay, we're going to have 9 left over, isn't it? 9 left over. Tell you how you can know that at a glance. If the number that you have taken away and on the ones is 1 less than the number you're taking away, so this is now a 14, and you're taking away 5 from 14. So 4 is 1 less than 5, which means you're going to take away 4 and then 1 more, which leaves 9. Okay. 7 take away from the 8, 1. 6 take away from the 8, 2. So 219. But let's see what the animation says. Same thing. Yeah, there we go. See, it's like, yes, that's the right thing. We're going to borrow. It's going to be 9 left over on the top. It's going to be 1 left over. And 219. Well done. It's a good calculation. You got it. Excelente. All right, tell you what we'll do maybe one more, and then we'll do another game. What was subtraction this time? Okay. Okay, yep, 7 take away from 8, 1. That's easy peasy. This one, we have to do the same thing. We're going to take 1, and what's going to be left over is 8. So 7 take away from 11. And what's the difference? Well, what's the difference between 7 and 11? 7, start from 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. 4. For us to go down, 7 take away from the 8, 141. Easy peasy, speedy. Easy peasy and speedy. Yeah. Easy peasy and speedy. Okay, good show. We are going to jump onto another maths game. Keep practicing. Like I said, use some dice. You can roll the dice and practice. And whatever number you get on the dice, you can put that down and then randomize what questions you deal with. So this here is going to be a bit of a weird game, actually, I think. I think it's a bit of a weird one. Don't fully understand why these things are pitted against each other, but we have birds versus robots. Figure that one out. Birds versus robots. Interesting. It says now loading. Loading, loading, loading. Okay. Taking its time to load. Maybe it's a bit too strong with that one. Okay, maybe we'll come back to birds versus robots another time. All right, we got this here. A few questions here. I'm going to type them in to this one here. Okay. Got many questions. Have a go. I'm going to share screen. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Okay, I'll tell you what, we'll look at the first 6. So I'm going to zoom in a bit here. Use my full screen. So I can go full screen. There we go, full screen. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. We'll just look at these ones here. Okay, have a go, write them down, type in your answers. And for organization's sake, to help it organize, make this question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, let's go. Let us go. Think if I close some things down, I may be able to get the birds versus robots going. So we'll see. We'll have a look at it at least. But let's get through these 6 questions here. All right. So we're taking away. I want to see those answers in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Remember, you borrow from the next biggest place value. So you can break it up. Start at the biggest number. What is the difference? If you need to borrow and regroup, borrow and regroup. We've been doing it today, this morning. Good practice. All right, let's see. Anyone else? Okay. All right, for the first one, the 210, okay. All right, let's put it in. 2, 1, 0. 5 take away from 5 is 0. 1 take away from 2 is 1. 2 take away from 4 is 2. That looks right to me. Next one. Oh, I can't scroll. I don't need to really, because it can stay here. What about for the next one? Okay. Looks like we're going to have to regroup a bit, aren't we? Because 9 can't take away from 2. Can it? We have to use our skills of borrowing and regrouping. So let's take from the 7 and take 1 over here. And we're going to leave 6. Now what do? We've got 12 and 9, a difference between 12 and 9, starting at the biggest number, 12, 11, 10, 9. Okay, so we know it's going to end in a 3 because that's the difference. Yeah, there's just a bit of help there. 0 can't take away from the 6. So the 6 will just fall through the trapdoor and land. Because nothing, you don't need to take anything away. It's all good. 3 taken away from the 7. It's going to give you 4. So what are you going to have left? You're going to have 463. Well done. Next one. Oh, this is easy. This is easy. I'll tell you why. Tell you why. This is super easy. In 2 seconds, we can get this one. Nothing takes away from 9. So 9. 8 take away from 8 is 0. 2 take away from 3 is 1. 109. 109. Super easy. Super easy. They're practically giving you the answer. Okay? Practically giving you the answer. All right. What about question 4? About question 4. Have a think about this one. Question mark face. It's a question mark face. Why is that? What do we need to do? Think, think, think. Okay, let's work it out. Borrow. 1 goes over here. This is now 15. Starting with 15. Counting back to 9, which you know we're going to go back 5. And then 1 more to 9. 6. Okay. 3 take away from the 6. 3, because double 3 is 6. 4 take away from the 7. 3. 336. 336. Let's type it in. 336. Okay. I cleared my numbers by accident. Cleared everything. There we go. Okay, last 2. I'll be speedy with this one because of time. Excuse me. 3 take away from the 4. It'll be 1. 3 take away from the 2. Can we do it? No, we can't. So we leave that as a 2, 12. And this is going to be 9 left over because 3, if we split that into 2 and 1, 2 takes away from the 2, making 0. And then 1 takes away from the 10, making 9. So we know that's going to be 9. Excuse me. 1 take away from 2 is 191. Let's type it in. 191. 191. We're going to clear this, clear this, clear this. And then 9 take away from 8. 9 is smaller than 8, so we can't do it. So we're going to have to borrow. That's going to be 18. Interesting. Leaving 6 behind. And double 9 is 18. So we know we're going to have 9 left over. Oh, look, we have to borrow again. Okay, sometimes we do find ourselves in this situation, but that's easy. It's just the same process. 16. So 16, we're going to take away 9 from 16. What are we going to do? Well, we know we're going to get 7, but how do we know we're going to get 7? If we split 9 into 6 and 3, 6 takes away from 6 to make 0, and then 3 takes away from 10 to make 7, so we know we've got 7 here. Okay, let me clear this stuff out of the way. 3 takes away from 4, 1. 1, 7, 9. So let's type it in. 1, 7, 9. Well done, guys. Well done. It's some good practice. Now, I'm going to clear this, and just because I did say I'll try and have a look at this robots versus aliens, not aliens, robots versus birds, or birds versus robots. Some things versus each other. Strange kind of way, just to have a look and see. Let me come out of this one here. Okay, is it letting me come out of full screen? Exit full screen. There we go. Close, close. Let me go here just to give you a look. There we go. Close that down. Oh, I think it's gonna work. Let's give it a try. Please have you have a look at it. Share. Is it loading quicker? Is it loading quicker? No, it's not. I want to see those birds versus the robots. Yes, we do. But you know what? I can send you the link. So we'll do that. And again, you can have a look at that on the Facebook group. Well done, guys. Hope you had fun. Done some addition. There we go. Not blurry now. Done some addition and subtraction, looking at these different skills, practicing, going through some work. Look at the group resources will be sent up there for you to practice. And again, like I said, the dice game is a good one to use where you can roll and randomize your different calculations. Have fun with it. And I will send the link to those maths games. See you soon on the Mathsphere.